The week before last, I had the opportunity to meet with several farmers who work the farms out off Highway 79 in St. Charles County. We four-wheel drove our way across the land. They work day in and day out. All the while, I listened to them talk with pride about their emerging plants. The corn was nearly this high now. The soybeans already a foot or more above the ground. The sunflowers they grow were already as high as I, row after row, as far as I could see. They had worked hard. They were very proud of their work, and rightly so. But they were very worried, very worried. They kept checking the apps on their phone about the weather and about the tables of water on the Mississippi River. It seemed that the torrential rains up in Minnesota and then after that Iowa had raised the Mississippi quite a bit, a lot actually. And at that moment, we had about 15 hours before the water would be over the levee. It was nearly covering the roads already, maybe just a few inches below it. So we kept an eye on that too. But the waters were already beginning to spread out across their carefully crafted levee. And before long, it was very possible that if it breached the levee, their whole livelihood for now would be destroyed. 1 inch less, and all would be saved. 1 inch more, and they would lose everything. One of those farmers, a guy probably in his late 60s now, said to me, "You know, you can do everything you can, and you don't know if even that will be enough." We don't have to be farmers to know the truth of what he said. You do everything you can, and you don't know if even that will be enough. Parents know that. So do priests. So does anyone who's ever tried to love and did their best and found it not working out. So does God. You do everything you can, and you don't know if even that will be enough. This is the ancient heartache. And it is told for us today in this story of a farmer who went out into the field to sow the seeds. We prepare, we seed, we weed, we feed, we water, we prune. But insects and weeds and drought and floods can all keep that from ever making any difference at all. You do everything you can, and you don't know if even that will be enough. This is the ancient heartache that any who have ever taken a stab at loving knows. A sower went out into the field to sow. The sower, the farmer, have so much to teach us about love, so much to teach us about the work that is ours to do. They teach us that we can only do so much. This is at the heart of any love or any effort, really, of any type. We can only do so much. All we can do is really what is ours to do. The rest relies on the total autonomy and the capacity of this other. The rest is up to them. There's only so much we can control. This story makes this clear. And this is a dose of reality from the God-man, from Jesus. There's only so much we can control. The rest is outside of our control. We can't make someone like us. We can't make someone hire us. We can't make someone give us their time. We can't make people choose peace in the Middle East. We can't make our government or even our church see things like we do. We can't make our kids into lovers. There's only so much we can do. There's only so much we can control. The reality of that is something we'd rather not think about, but it is the truth. And we need not let that keep us from doing what is ours to do. And we dare not get discouraged and take those marbles of ours and go home. We dare not give up trying, because the truth is sometimes it does work. It really does. Sometimes our work really does bear fruit. Sometimes people do respond to us, and the gospel is preached, and people do get better. You sow the seed, even knowing it may never come to harvest. But you sow the seed. This ancient heartache, that there is so much we cannot control, is eased and it's soothed by the fact that the God-man dealt with this same reality in his day. And in spite of his ineffectiveness most of the time, his rejection, and the world going in the opposite way he was trying to lead it, he did not quit. He did not give up. He did everything he could. He knew when to let go. He knew when to say, I did the best I can, and it's done. Because this is the stuff that life is about. And the love and the work that makes up our lives is about. And it has everything to do with what we value in life. And if one of those things you value is humility, I propose to you this morning that there is nothing in all of life that will teach you humility more than realizing you cannot control other people. You cannot control outcomes. Ever. That's a hard pill to swallow. But it will teach us humility like nothing in the world. And if you want to truly be a woman of humility and a man of humility, this is the way to learn it. That we cannot control anybody really, or any outcome really, ever. Our greatest work is really not to produce anything, but to remain open to life and open to love no matter what. And just go on loving people. Just go on loving people and be grateful. Be grateful for what you can do and be grateful when it works. Be grateful for what you can do, and be grateful in the mystery of things when it really works. Wow. One of those farmers I talked to a week or so ago called me just Wednesday. The road I traveled out to leave the farm is now 4.5 feet underwater. The levee had been breached, and all the work and all the pride and all the money that they had put into those fields was lost. And you know what? Next year they will do it all over again, because it's who they are, because it's what love does.